Hello everyone, this is Coach Wade. In today's video, we're going to talk about the W-4. The IRS website says over 80% of people complete their W-4s incorrectly. So you know if you're completing it incorrectly, if at the end of the year, you're getting a large tax return, okay? That means that you're withholding too much during the middle of the year or throughout the year. Or if you're having to pay out every year, that means you're holding too little. You're withholding too little throughout the year. Either way, whether you're withholding too much or too little, you need to adjust that W-4. But who does this impact the most? It's probably impact those that most that are withholding too much, because just by simply adjusting your W-4, you yourself, you can increase your take-home income. They call it instant pay raise. You can increase your take-home income extra $200, $300, $500, sometimes more, sometimes less, just depending on your particular tax situation. I will give the disclosure here. I'm not a tax professional, nor am I here to say that I am, but I'm going to show you guys some simple steps. And of course, this video is going to be for educational purposes only. If you need any tax advice, be sure to seek out the proper professional when it comes to those taxes. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to share this screen, because with this calculator, it's going to show you how to properly adjust that W-4. Because for a lot of you here, if you're able to get an instant pay raise, an extra $200, $300, or $500 in your take-home income, that way you have the money that you need in order to purchase proper protection. That's life insurance. Or if you need that money to help out with your debt stacking, or if you're in the asset accumulation phase, if you're in that side of the cycle, you want to have money to be able to contribute to that. So why give your money to the government? Okay, so basically when you have money, you get a large return at the end of the year. Basically what you've done is that you've given the government a free loan, because all throughout the year you're overpaying, and at the end of the year they give you the money back that you overpaid without interest. All right, so just imagine if you get paid throughout the year, you can take that same money, right, go ahead and invest it, and then not only do you have like that principal balance that you overpaid before, but you're also going to get interest. All right, you're going to get interest on top of that. So you're going to get the interest and not the government, right? So anyways, let's go ahead and share this right here. I'm going to share this screen. And this is going to be for the calculator. And for those of you that are watching this within the mastermind group, I'm going to leave the step-by-step instructions on a PDF file within the description field of this video or in the comment section. So be sure to check that out if you're unable to get to this site. But this is the IRS website, and that's where this calculator comes from. So I'm going to go ahead and share screen. All right, so this is the tax withholding calculator that I was speaking with you guys about earlier. Good thing to have on hand before you get started is probably a copy of your most recent tax return, as well as a copy of your most recent month's worth of pay stub. So if you get paid twice a month, you want to have both of those pay stubs. You get paid once a month, you want to have that one pay stub, okay? You want to have the most recent 1 month's worth of pay stubs in front of you. Might make it a little bit easier. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here. All right, so the first part of this is going to be the about you part, okay? So there's 6 different steps here. You see across the top, you see what step you're on. You see there's 1, it's going to be about you, then income and withholding, then you have adjustments, deductions, tax credits, and then finally your results, where you can download a copy of a pre-filled W-4 with the adjustments already on there. Then you go ahead and turn that into your HR representative at work to go ahead and adjust that W-4 the way it should be. All right. So in this case, I'm gonna just play around with numbers. I'm gonna make this stuff up as we go along, just to so we can go through it relatively quick, not for the video be too long. I like to keep the videos relatively short. But looking at the value section, step 1 is the filing status. What filing status will you use for your tax return? And anytime you have questions about any of the steps that you'll be partaking in during this process, all you have to do is click on the question mark, and it's going to give you a definition of what that particular field is asking, okay? So you can read it for yourself. So if you get stuck on something, because I'm not going to go over every single scenario, it'd be impossible. There's so many different scenarios. But I'm going to give you a straightforward thing just so you can get an idea of what to do when you come over to this site. Excuse me. So the first thing, what filing status will you use for your tax return? Single, married filing jointly, married filing separately, head of household, or qualifying widower. So in this case right here, I'm going to say married filing jointly. Can someone else claim you as a dependent on their tax return? So if you're not sure if somebody can claim you or not on a tax return, again, you can click on that question mark. But in this case, I'm going to go ahead and click on no. The next step is, do you plan to claim dependents on your tax return? So are you planning on claiming dependents on your tax return? So what is a dependent? Again, click on the question mark, see what the definition is to see if you're going to claim dependents. In this case, I'm going to say yes. Now, how many dependents do you anticipate claiming on your tax return this year? So you go ahead and you'll click down on here and you'll select the number of dependents you're planning on claiming on your tax return. So let's say this particular family has 4 kids. So I'm going to go ahead and select 4. So do you or will you or your spouse hold a job this year with paychecks from which federal income tax is regularly withheld? Again, if you're not understanding what that is, just click on the question mark. But basically what this is asking is, will you or your spouse have a check, coming from the company you're working for where the income tax is already regularly withheld? Most companies go ahead and hold the taxes for you, okay? So when you get your pay stub, you see federal taxes, being withheld from your pay. So you can see that on your pay stub. So I'm going to click, in this case, I'm going to click yes. How many jobs do you expect to hold this year? Okay, in this case, I'm going to say 1. How many jobs does your spouse expect to hold this year? Okay, so you include the jobs of your spouse. So let's say it's a stay-at-home mom. So I'm gonna just select 0. Okay, will you or your spouse receive income from pension this year? So will you be receiving a pension income this year? If you're not sure what that is, again, click on the question mark. In this case, I'm gonna say no. On the other section right here, it's gonna say check all that apply to you and your spouse, okay? So other sources of income and tax payments. Questions are, receive Social Security benefits this year. Your spouse will receive Social Security benefits this year. Receive a scholarship or a grant that must be counted as income. You will collect unemployment compensation. Your spouse will collect unemployment compensation. Earn net income from self-employment. Okay, so check that if you're earning income from self-employment, and you can check more than one. Earn net income from spouse's self-employment. Receive unearned income such as dividends, interest, annuities, alimony, or a distribution from an IRA that's not Roth IRAs, 401ks, or trust. If you're not understanding what that is, again, you click on the question mark, okay? Have withholding or made estimated payments for income such as dividends, interest, distributions from an IRA, not Roth IRAs, 401k, or a trust, or from other specialized income. Have earned income from other sources. So you got to choose which one of these income sources that you're going to have, okay? So what I'm going to select on here, let's see, receive Social Security, receive scholarship, unemployment, your spouse will collect unemployment, earn net income, self-employment, okay, earn net income from spouse's self-employment, receive unearned income. So in this case, I'm not going to select any of these things right here, okay? I'm not going to select any of these. All right, so I'm gonna scroll down here and where it says demographics, okay? And I'm gonna select down here and I'm gonna select, let's see, I will be 65 or older, January 1st, 2021. My spouse will be 65 or older, January 1st, 2021. I am blind, my spouse is blind. In this case, I'm not gonna select anything right there, okay? So I'm going to select next. So right here, it says for income withholding, do you expect to hold this job the entire year? So remember you asked that question, do you have a job, okay? And we selected yes on there. Do we plan on holding that job for the entire year? So we can select yes. How frequently are you paid, okay? You say weekly, every 2 weeks, twice monthly, or once a month. You need definition, click on the question mark. For instance, some people get paid on a weekly basis. Some is every 2 weeks. That means you get paid every other Friday or every other Thursday or something like that. Twice monthly is not necessarily every 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks, but You might get paid on the 15th and the last working day of the month. That's considered twice monthly, okay? And then you have once a month. In this case right here, I'm gonna just select twice monthly. On what date did your most recent pay period end, okay? You need questions, find out what that is, click the question mark. All you gotta do is look at your pay stub, and you can see when that date is. In this case, I'm gonna put April 15th, okay? So enter the total wages you expect to receive this year. So in this case, I'm gonna put in here 70,000, let's say 70,200. I'm making this up. Any bonuses? Okay, have already received this year. So let's say you, right now we're in Corona time. So let's say the company paid a $1,200 bonus. Okay, so let's put $1,200 right here. All right, expect to receive later on this year. Let's say that you hit the goals. Okay, they're gonna pay you $500. Okay, you hit your goals all the way. You make the $5,000 to $10,000 bonus. At least you got a $500 bonus, and this is just for numbers' sake. So I put in there $500. So using the last page statement, enter the total federal income taxes withheld. So click on the question mark. You know, so if somebody's really trying to, let's say you're setting aside, all right, let's say for the month, for year-to-date numbers, actually year-to-date numbers. So let's say that year-to-date number is at, I'm making this up, let's say $800, okay? All right, so from last check, what was withheld from the last check? Okay, so let's say I'm gonna put in here, let's say $50. Okay, I'm not sure how that work, but anyway, we'll give it a shot here. Did you or will you contribute to a tax-deferred retirement account such as a 401k? You put yes if you contribute to a 401k. All right. How much do you anticipate contributing per year? So let's say you're doing $300 a month. So let's say 3,600. See how that works. So did you or will you contribute to an HSA, FSA, pre-tax child care credit account or other? You're not sure what that is, click on the question mark. But basically, if you're that's a health savings account or flexible spending account on the health side. So you'll kind of know if you have one of those accounts or not. But in this case, I'm gonna put no. Then click next. That brings us over. Right now, we're under adjustments, okay? It says most taxpayers don't have a large enough adjustment to have significant impact on their tax obligation. So do you want to go to the next step without including adjustments, or you like to see possible adjustments? So if you want to see the possible adjustments, you click on the radio button, and it's for student loan interest, educator expense deduction for contributions to an IRA, health savings account, you know, any of these things right here, moving expense for members of the armed forces, alimony paid, penalty for elderly, withdrawal of savings, certain business credits for reservists, performing artists, and fee-based government officials, okay? So if you have anything that you want to key in there, you can. But in this case, I'm going to just select go to next step. Because most of the time, it's not going to make a significant impact, you know, on what you're getting back. I just want you guys to see that. And also in the little handout that I'm having in the description field of the video within the side, the mastermind group site, you're going to see on the last page, you're going to see a list of the different items that are listed under adjustments to income. So you can kind of see it, get it ready before you actually watch the video, or simply as you're going through the calculator, see what you probably need ahead of time. So that will be prepared for you. So I'm going to click on next. Now, deductions from income. You qualify for a standard deduction of $24,800. Okay, so the only way that I'm going to take, I'm going to do itemized deductions if I feel that my deductions are going to be more than $24,800. But catch this: it says deductions reduce the amount of your income subject to income tax. I'm going to emphasize, most taxpayer takes the standard deduction. So would you like to take the standard deduction or itemized deduction? Of course, you can click on the question mark. But if you don't think your deduction is going to be more than $24,800, just go ahead and click on take the standard deduction. If you want to see what items are listed under itemized deductions, click on that radio button. And again, this information will be on the back of that handout. On the last page, you'll see these items listed in there. So in case you want to grab it ahead of time, such as medical and dental expense, taxes you paid, qualified interest that you paid, gifts to charity, casualty losses, other itemized deductions, okay? So you can choose, what you want, all right? So, but again, most folks, and that 24,800, that's for a married couple, okay? An individual, I think, is like at 12,400, and this is as of 2020. So you have to look at the standard deductions for whatever year you're currently in case you're watching this video, later on in the future. But in this case right here, I'm going to take the standard deductions and click on next. Tax credits, okay? So based on your inputs, you qualify for tax credits for your dependents. Tax credits are amounts you subtract directly from your tax obligation. Do you want to learn more or finish and get your results without tax credits? So you can either, get my results without tax credits, but I'm going to click on see tax credits because I already know this individual family has 4 kids. So we're going to take advantage of that. So enter the number of qualifying children under 17. So let's say all kids are under 17. So I'm going to select 4. So that's the max you can do is 4. All right. And those are for the kids under 17. If you need to understand what that is, click on that question mark. Child and dependent care tax credit. Select the number of qualifying persons. So this is for child dependent care, for daycare and things of that nature. If you need to understand what that is, just click on that question mark, give you details. But we have a stay-at-home mom, so in this case, we're not going to need to do this part because in this particular situation, everybody's situation is different, but this particular situation, we're not going to need this. Enter an estimate of your work-related child and dependent care expenses, okay? So a lot of times this dealing with like special needs kids or anything like that. It's actually work-related child dependent care expenses, that type of deal. You need more details on that, click on the question mark, but I'm going to bypass that for now. Earned income tax credit. Select the number of qualifying children. All right. Now this right here, most cases, a lot of people aren't going to fall into this category. In order to get this particular credit right here, for a single person, the income with the child and everything like that, income is like $15,000 for the household. Married couples, $21,000. So it's almost looking at like more of a poverty level, low income. So you want to click on the question mark to see what that definition is. You can do that. So it says right here, the ETIC or EIC, Earned Income Tax Credit, is a benefit for working people with low to moderate income. To qualify, you must meet certain requirements and file a tax return, even if you do not owe any tax or are not required to file. EITC reduces the amount of tax you owe and may give you a refund. So you can click on this link right here and learn a little bit more about those dollar amounts. But again, I believe as of right now, I know individuals like $15,000 a year. If you're married, it's $21,000 for the year. And if you're filing head of households, like $18,000. Of course, these numbers change. Okay, so these numbers do change. So you got to keep an eye out for that. So right here, what I mean by that is visit the IRS website to get the updates. Adopt tax credit, enter the amount of adoption tax credit for which you expect to be eligible. In this case, I'm gonna leave that blank. And of course, you can view all this other information as well, such as foreign tax credit, educational, retirement savings, homeowner. So if you're homeowner, you can click on that. You can put your energy credit or mortgage interest in here. All right. You have elderly, business, alternative minimum tax, and energy efficient vehicles. You can look at that information right there. But in this case right here, I'm going to just stick with the child credits right here with the 4, and I'm going to go ahead and continue. Well, maybe let's look at the homeowner right quick. Mortgage interest credit. So how much mortgage interest you paid for the year? In this case, I'm just put in there, let's say $2,000. Okay. No, I'm put $1,500 mortgage interest. I know, it seemed like a little crazy number. I just want to throw something in there to see what this calculator does, right? But in your case, you can look at your mortgage statement, look at your mortgage statement, year-to-date numbers, or you can just simply, take a look at your tax return and see what's keyed in the mortgage interest field. Again, you click on the question mark to find out more information about that. If you have a business, you can look at stuff like here, see if you have general business credit. You need to understand that. You can click on the question mark to understand what that's talking about right there. But in this case, I'm going to skip that. I'm going to click next. So in this example right here, all right, so this is the calculator you're going to get at the end, all right? Right now, it's saying you'll get a refund based on the number you just keyed in of $1,650, okay? $1,650. That's going to be the refund. So, all right, so what you can do, if you don't want any refund back, let's scroll back, you can adjust it. So if you want to get a refund of $700, this is what you need to do. For a refund of $700, for a refund of approximately $700, your job annual pre-tax wages $7,200. This is what you need to do in order to make those adjustments. Okay, so you click download to pre-fill the W-4, and that's going to show you your number. Okay, what you need to do in order to get $700 refund. If you're looking to get say $2,000 refund, it's going to tell you what to do for a refund of $2,000 based on their income. You click on this downloadable field right here to see what you need to do when you download that W-4. All right. So in this case, I'm going to put, let's say I'm just going to change that to be on the safe side. I'm not saying safe side, but let's say I just want to get $500 back. You can adjust that. But in this case, I'm going to put it at 0. I don't want anything back. I want all my money, right? So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to download the pre-filled form, the W-4. So I'm going to click on this. It's going to download the PDF. I'm going to open up that PDF. Okay, so right here is your W-4. And again, you can pre-fill all your information, put your name in these fields. It's all typable. I'm just doing this, put your address in there. All right, all that. But guess what? The figures are down here. In order to get 0 back, this you need to hand in to your HR professional. It says add the amounts above and enter the total here. So based on this little box, step 3, to claim dependents, it's $4,825. So that's all you need to do. So I put that in there. It's already pre-filled. Get the employer's information in here, right? And this thing is ready to go ahead and turn into your HR person. I mean, it's already pre-filled, right? It's pre-filled with the information you need. All right. It also talks about what head of household, got like a little income chart here. And it's all ready to go, folks. And you just sign that and hand it over to your HR person, and you be well on your way. So be sure to check this out. Just that W-4, get that instant pay raise. Of course, every situation is different, and I can't go over every single scenario. I'm not a tax professional. If you need help filling one of these things out, you can always visit your CPA, your tax preparer, or tax professional to help you out with filling out your W-4 properly. But again, just reading, following the steps step by step. It should be easy enough to do it by yourself. But again, everybody's different. Everybody learns different everybody learns different ways. Okay, people have different ways that they learn. Some people more hands-on. Some people you have to show me. Some people like, hey, just hey, give me the information. I do it myself. That type of deal. I know I did for myself. I walked myself through it. It's not complicated at all. Of course, if you get stuck on a question, you can always just click on the question mark to find a definition. And within those definitions, they're going to have hyperlinks. They go into more details about the topic. So be sure to check this out for yourself, folks. Again, this is the IRS withholding calculator. And the instructions, again, will be placed in the description field of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Be sure to share this with other people in terms of inviting them over to the mastermind group. If you're already in it, you can send an invite link, from within the group to somebody outside, bring them on in, get access to the information as we're constantly posting this. If you guys are not already within this mastermind group, feel free to give me a call, 706-478-7670. Again, it's 706-478-7670. The reason I'm giving the phone number versus putting a link, in the description field of this video, if you're watching this on YouTube, it's for the simple fact, you want to be careful how you bill, because sometimes you get weird people and they, post all kind of weird stuff. So you just want to be careful how you bill. In that essence, we want to make sure we keep the integrity of the group. Don't have like a lot of spammers and things of that nature. But feel free if you want to be a part of this. It doesn't cost anything to be a part of this mastermind group as we share, financial information to help you get in a better situation. We'll talk about personal finance. We'll talk about credit. talk about a whole bunch of different things. So different people talking about different topics. Right now, we're at the build up stage. So we're at the beginning stages. The group is just now getting built up. So I hope you find a lot of value within the content. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel as we continue to produce more content. And if you're within the mastermind group, go ahead and click on that like button, within the mastermind group. And also, follow some of the other members and feel free to converse with others. But until we meet again, you guys have a great day.